Hey guys, Saki from sakitech, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. A lot of relevant information is converging around the S24 Ultra, and the new details that have emerged are going to blow your mind. So let's dive in and see exactly what is going on. Now, first and foremost, we do know exactly what the phone looks like thanks to the renders by OnLeaks. So you can see the render on the screen. It's going to look very much like the S23 Ultra, with some refinements to the screen, which is going to be more flat, and also upgrade to the build quality with a brand new titanium build like the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The S Pen is still there. It's going to be in the chassis. So the design, we know what it's going to look like. And we also had some leaks and rumors as to what processor is going to be in the S24 Ultra, which is going to be the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Now here's the great news. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is confirmed. Embargo has been lifted. Benchmark scores have been spilled. Minds have been blown. So let's take a look at the numbers and see what kind of upgrade one would expect going from the S23 to the S24. Before we dive in though, I will let you know that all Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra models are most likely going to be running the Snapdragon chipset all around the world. The S24 and the S24 Plus are also going to have the Snapdragon chipset in some parts of the world, but the rest of the world, we're not sure exactly where, it is going to have Exynos 2400. But the Ultra model is going to be Snapdragon all over the world according to the leaks. So that's fantastic news. Now, here I have a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. You can see we have a Geekbench score. It is 2008 for single core and 5047 for multi-core. Now let's look at the benchmark leaks for the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor that's going to be in the Ultra. We have several examples. So one of them is 2325 for single core and 7450 for multi-core. That is a significant jump. And then the other score that we have is 2295 for the single core and 7560 for the multi-core. Now, as far as the CPU is concerned, we're looking at an overall performance increase of 30%, which is significant. These power levels are actually very close to the A17 chip found in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, one thing that's very interesting has to do with the way they designed this chip, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. In the old chip that's in the S22 Ultra, we actually had one powerful prime core, as you can see in the graph, and we only had 4 performance cores and 2 efficiency cores. With the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 that's going to be in the S24 Ultra, they actually have a faster prime core, but they have 5 performance cores for multitasking, which is why the multi-core scores are in fact much higher than the older generation. And you can see we also have 2 efficiency cores. And with this new setup, here's what's possible. You're able to get 30% increase in CPU, but also 20% efficiency. So that means the chip can run faster with lower power consumption, which is going to also translate to longer battery life and cooler running phone. This is absolutely incredible. Now, moving on to the GPU component of Snapdragon. They're promising 25% faster performance and 25% more efficiency. This is for the GPU, for the graphics. The chipset has the capability to play games at a maximum of 240 frames per second. And this graph here shows you what this means. At the bottom, you've got A17 Pro in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It is producing a score of 4,389 in this benchmark while using 10 watts. But the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 with the same benchmark is able to produce 4,632 points, but only using 8 watts. So lower power consumption, higher power output. This is incredible. And also, I do want to show you guys side by side the benchmark scores for the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 versus the Exynos 2400 that is going to be in some Samsung Galaxy S24 devices, and you can see Snapdragon is going to outperform that by a good margin. So again, if you want the Snapdragon, you want to go with the S24 Ultra. It's going to be worldwide according to some leaks, but the Exynos is going to make its appearance on the smaller S24 and the S24 Plus. So just keep that in mind going forward. We also have more information coming in regards to the S24 Ultra, so make sure to get subscribed because there's other upgrades that were also announced that I'm going to be talking about in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.